What's going on, nerds? My name is Jesse, and we are back on Nerds Rise for another episode of Underrated. This is the show that I do weekly on this channel that lets me go through movies that are underrated, underseen, or overhated, give you my thoughts on them completely spoiler-free, pros, some cons, why I think the movie's worth a watch, and why you should watch it with me. One day we're going to do a live tweet of one of these videos. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Today's underrated movie is MoneyBall. Okay, so MoneyBall, not underrated. Underseen, though, without a doubt. I think when this movie came out in 2011, I think most people saw it and said, look, that's another inside baseball type movie, and if you don't understand baseball, you won't understand the movie. When in reality, the backdrop is baseball, and the forefront is Brad Pitt's character going through the struggles of being a team that in the Oakland A's that has no money and needs to get players to win championships. There you go. That's the premise of the movie. Okay, couple of pros, couple of cons here. Number one pro, Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill chemistry, off the charts. 100%. The chemistry is so good. That's one of the best parts about the film, is that these two guys are going through this together, and they meet up early in the film, and they set up a great relationship, and that relationship grows because Billy Beane, Brad Pitt's character, is really closed off at the beginning. He's his own man. He's the only one. He's got all this pressure on his shoulders, and all he cares about is winning games and being the GM of the Oakland A's. Loses his two star players. He gets Jonah Hill, who's Peter Brand, gets his character right at the beginning of the film, and they just build this relationship, and it's great chemistry. Great everything about them. I love when those two were on screen together. Really enjoy them. Number two. Spoiler free here. The win streak in the middle of the film, the famous, I think it's 18 or 19 game win streak. Is it 20 games? Put in the comments and let me know. The win streak montage in the middle of the film is one of the better montages I've seen in a long time, and I think just that whole ride is really fun. There's a lot of good things going on. It's really fast. Billy Beane doesn't want to watch the games, and then we get to the last game. Billy Beane wants to watch it, and then they go down by like 10 runs or something, and we get this crazy comeback. Scott Hatterberg hits a home run and win the game. It's not spoiler free. It actually happened in real life. I think this is one of Chris Pratt's first starring roles too. I mean, he's not a huge star in this, but he's definitely a major player playing Chris Hatterberg, the first baseman. I think he actually has a great little moment at the beginning of the film when they try to give him an offer. He used to be a catcher. They want to put him on first base. I think that's like a great little moment. Chris Pratt did really good in this film is what I'm saying here, people. To keep it moving here, the story overall, I think, is just a great story. Like, you know how some movies are great even though the story is kind of mediocre, but it's the performances and the action set pieces, and like some of the Avengers movies aren't that great, you know, like Iron Man 2, the story is trash, really, but you like to see Tony Stark and you liked Iron Man 1 so much that you're willing to deal with a bad story in Iron Man 2, you know. This story is really good, and I think the actors portray the characters and move the story forward. It just all like complete immersion. It just feels really good, cohesive, and really fun to watch. Couple of cons here. You guys know I'm a sucker for slow movies. I really hate when movies drag. This is another movie that drags a little bit, especially when we get into his like family stuff, his divorced wife and her husband or boyfriend or whatever, and his daughter. Even though his daughter's a big part of the film, I think some of that stuff could have just been cut out whole cloth. Like when they go to pick him up and it's like she's got a cell phone down the hill and he's like, oh, it's a big parenting decision. And yeah, it's like, it's a little funny moment and stuff, but it gets real slow through there. Even though I like him and his daughter's chemistry, and I think that's a pro, to deal with his ex-wife and stuff, and it's real slow through there. Sorry, I'm still a little sick here, guys. So real stuffed up. Another pro, I love Philip Seymour Hoffman. Big sucker for Philip Seymour Hoffman. He has a kind of a small role here, but I do like his performance overall. Really good, really fun. Moneyball, man, it's just a good film. I think it's rated 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a great movie. I just think it's underseen to the max. I think most people, when they saw this film, they thought It's inside baseball. If I don't understand baseball, there's no way I'm going to get this. I don't like baseball. Baseball's boring, whatever, right? You don't need to know anything about baseball. All you need to know is that you like Brad Pitt, you like Jonah Hill, you like Philip Seymour Hoffman. This movie is a grade A movie. Go watch it, guys. That's going to be my time here on Nerds Rise. We got another episode coming out later this week of maybe Reddit fan theories or maybe some Destiny 2 beta impressions. I'm not 100% sure. Let me know what you want to see in the comments. And like always, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Later.